So, if you've ever tried to quit vaping, you know it feels, well, different. It can be this uniquely challenging thing compared to other habits. And I'm here to tell you, it is absolutely not just you. Today, we're going to break down exactly why that is and, more importantly, how you can navigate it.
Right? It's the big question. Because it doesn't always feel like this huge, dramatic battle of willpower. It's something else. It's more constant, kind of strange, almost weird. So, what is going on here? Why does it feel so fundamentally different?
And really, the answer starts with this one core idea. Vaping wasn't like smoking a cigarette or having a drink. It was stealth relief. It just slid into all the little cracks of our lives without any of the usual signals or social costs. It was a hidden habit. And that, it turns out, changes everything about how you quit. Okay, so let's dig into that idea. What makes this a stealth addiction? Because it's not really about the chemical being stronger. No, it's about how the delivery system, the vape itself, completely changed our relationship with nicotine. See, vaping allowed nicotine to become these four things that it just wasn't before. It became invisible, right? There's no smoke, no smell. It became constant. It's always right there in your pocket. It became dissociated. It wasn't tied to a specific smoke break. And because of all that, it felt for a long time totally consequence-free. I mean, think about it. For all their massive faults, cigarettes at least had rules. They had a beginning, a middle, and an end. They smelled. They had consequences. Vapes, on the other hand, they basically gave our nervous system a cheat code to get a little hit of relief without any of the normal costs or signals. So what this means is that feeling you get, that urge, it's not a craving in the way we usually think about it. It is not a moral failing. It's not a weakness of your willpower. It's a reflex. It's just a procedural memory in your brain that fires off, basically saying, hey, this is a spot where relief used to happen. That's it. And that stealthy, reflexive nature of the habit, well, it leads directly to why the quitting process itself feels so uncanny. It's often less of a big, dramatic fight and more of this persistent, kind of hollow feeling. Vaping didn't just take up a specific time slot in your day, like a happy hour. It slipped into all the tiny gaps. Waiting for the coffee to brew, walking from your car to the front door, the 2 seconds before a YouTube video starts, all those little in-between moments. And now that the vape is gone, those moments can feel jarringly empty. But here is the big reframe. This is so important. That uncomfortable empty space, it isn't a problem that you need to fix. It is the entire point. It is the workshop. It's the space where your brain is actively doing the hard work of rewiring itself, of learning how to exist again without that constant, instant microdose of relief. So if it's not about the sheer power of the chemical, why does quitting feel so constant? The answer is a concept called cue density. The issue isn't the strength of the addiction, it's the sheer volume of triggers. Vaping attached itself to almost everything you do. Just look at this comparison. A habit like drinking alcohol is usually episodic. It's tied to certain times, places, people, rituals. And there's a high friction to starting it, right? You have to go get it, open it, pour it. Vaping is the complete opposite. It's ambient. The cues are literally everywhere, at any time, with zero friction. So think of it this way. Every time you feel that little pang, it's not a failure. It's just your brain doing an inventory check. It's walking through a room in your mind, pointing to the desk, the car seat, the couch, and running into a little signpost that just says, relief used to live here. You're not failing. You're just clearing out the old signs. And this brings us to the most powerful tool you have. Because while you can't just snap your fingers and change the physical sensation, you absolutely can change what it means. This is all about updating your brain's internal map. This is the crucial mental shift. When that feeling hits, the old map says, ugh, I'm missing something, I'm deprived. The new map simply says, oh, interesting, my nervous system is updating its map right now. It's not just a cute trick. It's a more accurate, more useful description of what is actually happening. And here's the magic. The physical sensation might be exactly the same, but by changing the meaning you attach to it, you change your relationship to it. You take away the story of lack and deprivation, and when you do that, you dramatically reduce the suffering that comes with the feeling. Now, as you practice this, you start building a skill that, frankly, most people in the modern world never develop. It's this quiet power of just letting a moment be, without needing to immediately fix it or fill it. We can call that skill a tolerance for neutrality. It's the ability to just exist, to sit in a moment that isn't particularly exciting or particularly awful. It's just neutral, and not feel an overwhelming urge to immediately change your state with a quick hit of something. It's a superpower.
And to be clear, what you're building here isn't about pleasure or discipline or grit in that white-knuckle kind of way. It's something different. It's a new kind of power that comes from deconditioning, not from fighting.
Okay, so the framework is one thing. That's the why. But what do you actually do in the moment, right? When that reflex hits you hard, what's the move? Let's get really practical.
The key is not to replace the vape with another thing like candy or a gadget. Instead, replace the action with physiology. When you feel that reflex fire, just pause. 1. Exhale slowly through your mouth like you're blowing gently through a straw. 2. Physically drop your shoulders down from your ears. And 3. Consciously let your jaw go slack.
This super simple exercise, it does something really profound. You're shifting the narrative. You're not depriving yourself of a vape. You are actively teaching your body that it has the power to manage its own state. You're reminding it how to self-regulate, a skill it might have outsourced for a while.
So, you do this. You update the map in your head. You practice sitting with neutrality. You use your breath when things get intense. What is all this leading to? What's actually on the other side of all this weirdness? It's one word: silence. And I don't mean an awkward, empty silence. I mean a peaceful silence. You'll just start to notice moments, walking to your car, waiting for a file to download, where the urge for relief simply doesn't show up. The space is just space, not an absence of something. And that silence, that is the real win. It's not a victory parade with confetti. It's quiet. It's normal. It's your nervous system finally free from all those thousands of little cues and reflexes. Just remembering how to be.